Hello viewers, welcome to Science TV. I am your host Beno Rangai, and that is my sign name. Sign language interpreter with the voicing is Gideon Minor. On to our first news item. Kenya hosted Inclusive Tech Run 2026 Para and Disability Edition, first of its kind sporting and innovation event that challenged traditional views on disability sport and technology. The Inclusive Tech Run 2026, held at Ulinzi Sport Complex, brought together para-athletes, innovators, policymakers, and private sector partners to showcase how inclusive design and assistive technology can unlock opportunities. Coinciding with the International Day of Wheelchair Users, the event held inclusive races for wheelchair athletes, deaf athletes, using visual start signals, guided runs for visually impaired participants, and field events for para-athletes.
Diana Dalton. I'm the British Deputy High Commissioner and also the Director for Development, which means that I'm responsible for quite a lot of our official development assistance programming, so the budget that comes through our aid programs, and responsible for directing those. And then I've just been in Kenya for about 4 months now, so I'm very new to the country. But I've come from, my last role was as the head of equalities headquarters, so I worked a lot on disability inclusion in that role.
Nice.
So obviously I'm trying to spend as much of my time as I can just promoting the whole importance of disability inclusion. I think, events are important like this because they showcase what's possible. And I think it's really important to make a real noise about activities like sport, which everybody enjoys. It's just a really important way of showing how something as everyday as sport can be made inclusive and accessible to all.
Right.
So I think an event like this showcases that, and hopefully, having programs like yours and also lots of good social media presence about the event today, which has been absolutely brilliant.
Right.
I think that really helps to raise awareness about the issues. But importantly here today, we have a whole row of exhibitors who are tech companies or tech startups who have, each and every one of them, I've been all the way through them, have got a great idea. And it's about how technology is facilitating the process for inclusion of people with disabilities in life.
Right.
Entirely in life, not just in sport. I think bringing tech together with a big event like this is just helping to show how new ground is being broken all the time. Life is it's easy to make life more inclusive if you just invest time and commitment and effort into doing it.
Wonderful.
On Tech Run, we started our first Tech Run in 2024, and we had a second edition last year, which we doubled the numbers. And now this year we wanted to be more strategic, and that is why we have the Inclusive Tech Run now with persons with disability. And today being an International Day, Wheelchair Day, we also wanted to celebrate the persons with disability and ensuring that we create awareness of how technology really can create opportunities for the persons with disability. Because technology brings in efficiency. Technology also, the world is going tech, and persons with disability also needs to be included. And that's why we are very excited for this day. And we are happy that, we were able to do this to support the persons with disability and to create inclusion. And that is why the Inclusive Tech Run 2026. Thank you.
Yeah, so my name is Bernard Shira. I am the founder and CEO of AT4D. We are a disability innovation hub and tech accelerator for assistive technologies. We are also a legacy organization of a project called Innovate Now, investing and building technologies and communities that enable people with disabilities to thrive.
Right.
And what that entails is when you look at assistive technologies, for people who have disabilities, they are very important and very personal to them. And unfortunately, only 1 in 10 people in Africa have access to assistive technology.
What it means is that it's a way of encouraging and also supporting those people that are enabled differently.
Yes.
And making sure that we encourage them that, yes, regardless of the way they have been created,
yes,
they can still do what any other person can be able to do.
Wonderful.
And also get to enjoy everything that other people are enjoying.
Exactly.
Yes, so that idea of inclusivity, it makes quite a great significance.
Right.
Yes.
For me, it's quite an issue, whether you are a para-athlete,
yes,
or just an athlete coming up,
yes,
in any respectable field.
Yes.
And looking back at your career and your success, how important was access to training, maybe coaching, and maybe even access to facilities?
Yes.
And you know, how important was it in shaping your career?
Well, I can tell you, access was great, but where I grew up, there was nothing like track and field and all that. I just came to have proper training facilities when I was out of secondary school.
Okay.
And this is the time I joined Kenya Prisons, and I was through the training college.
Okay.
And that's when I gotten a coach that I could be able to enjoy coaching, and I could be able to enjoy any other, personalities who could guide me through my sports career.
Right.
Yes.
It's without a doubt you have worked with someone who has inspired generations. Perhaps you've had this, maybe a girl coming up to you telling you you've inspired them one way or another.
Yes.
How do you view your role in shaping conversations around equity, inclusivity, and why is this conversation in such a timely manner in such a moment?
I just thank God for the opportunity that He has given me.
Yes.
First of all, to be able to do what I am doing or what I have done.
Yeah.
Because I have found it very inspiring. Like for the young girls.
Over 2,000 students from unprivileged families in the Bungoma West constituency, Bungoma County, have every reason to smile after receiving official school uniforms. Education stakeholders in the area stated that this move is one of the strategies to facilitate education following the uniform crisis, where some head teachers and middlemen have been accused of engaging in the business and doubling the price of uniforms. Parents have welcomed the initiative, which targeted students from grade 1 to grade 6, saying it will help ensure that students can learn without the stigma of lacking the required uniforms.
Hizo sare hazitakuwa na maana, lakini jambo la muhimu sana, ningependa kuchukua nafasi hii kuwashukuru walimu wetu na stakeholders wote ambao wameunganika kwa hii kazi ili kufanikisha mpango huu.
Na vile tumekuwa tukitembea katika shule, tuliona kwamba wanafunzi wako katika hali tete sana upande wa mavazi. That's why Mheshimiwa Wasu hapa hivi akaamua kwamba avalishe watoto 2,000, zaidi ya 2,500 uniform. Ukiona kuna mashule kadhaa ambazo zimekuja hapa siku ya leo, na tumekuja tu tuhakikishe kwamba watoto wetu wanapata heshima wakati ambao panavaa nguo wakienda shule.
Kwa niaba ya walimu na wazazi, nataka kushukuru Mheshimiwa kukumbuka hawa wanafunzi. Ni wanafunzi wa umri mdogo sana, na ni jambo ambalo hawatasahau maishani mwao. Ni jambo ambalo litafanya hawa wanafunzi wakae shuleni kusoma kama wanafunzi wengine, kwa sababu walimu walikuwa wanagagua wanafunzi ambao wanatoka kwa familia ambazo hazijiwezi. Ukiangalia nguo ambazo wanafunzi walikuja nazo hapa asubuhi zilikuwa zimeraruka, lakini saa hizi wanafunzi wamevalishwa nguo rasmi za shule zao.
Politicians from the Rift Valley region have urged opposition leaders to stop inciting Kenyans against the government and instead focus on fostering unity and development. Speaking in Rongai, Nakuru County, during a funeral service, Kipkelon MP Joseph Cherorot and nominated Senator Jackson Koskei said earlier campaigning is useless and could hinder the delivery of services to the citizens. They warned leaders against premature 2027 succession politics, adding Kenyans are still expecting development projects to be implemented by the current government. On other news, the government has been called upon to review the budget allocation in the health sector to meet the needs of patients across the country. Speaking in Kimilili during a medical camp for underprivileged patients, health stakeholders lamented the high number of people suffering from various ailments, many of whom are unable to afford the high cost of treatment. During the event, more than 500 patients received free treatment from medical specialists drawn from various hospitals.
Tunaomba katika serikali ya saa hii na ile inakuja kuwa tuweze kuzingatia budgets za afya, tuweze kuequip hospitali zetu na matibabu na medicine zikuwe karibu.
Tumekuwa na screening ya cancer, cervical na prostate. Tumekuwa tukishughulikia msukumo wa damu ambayo inaitwa pressure. Pia tumekuwa na upangaji uzazi. Tumekuwa na ultrasound. Tumekuwa na eye screening na physiotherapy. Kwa hivyo wale tumeweza kupata na kuhudumia hapa wamekuwa hiyo nambari nimesema, na wale walikuwa wanahitaji further management tumeweza kuwarifa.
Hii hospitali imenisaidia, nilikuwa nimefura hata moyo, mwili yote ilikuwa imefura. Lakini kupitia kwa hiyo hospitali nimetembea, nikikuja hapa ninapata nafuu. Sasa natakana tu serikali isaidie hiyo hospitali nipate kuinuke nitende kazi.
Tunawahimiza wana Kimilili wote, wala ambao wako na magonjwa mbalimbali, wala ambao wanataka usaidizi wa matibabu waaje ili wakaweze kupata matibabu yao kuanzia leo.
The committee preparing the NADCO report will not include the issue of boundaries in its final report due to time-related challenges. According to the committee chairperson, Agnes Zani, the boundary issue is complex and cannot be properly addressed within the time frame set for the committee to complete its report.
Jambo la pili ni boundaries delimitation issue, article 89. Hiyo itakuwa ngumu kufanya kwa sababu election imefika. Iliyofanya ya mwisho ilikuwa 2012 na nyingine ilikuwa inatakana ifanywe mnamo before 2024, ambapo sasa IBC mpya imeanza, itakuwa vigumu kufanya hivi, lakini watatafuta njia ambayo watatumia sheria, wanaweza kupeleka kama mswada, alafu watapatiwa time zaidi. Jambo la tatu ni audit of the 2022 elections, ambapo kulikuwa kuwe na kamati ambayo iko in place kuhakikisha kwamba hiyo audit imefanywa. Hilo bado halijafanyika mpaka sasa, kwa hivyo tutasema tu hili halijafanyika. Alafu tunaenda constitutional issues, outstanding constitutional issues, no more than 2/3. Wanawake, vijana, PWDs wako included katika the various sectors.
That is all we had prepared for you here at Science TV. Thank you for your valid company. I have been your host, Ben Urangai, and that is my sign name. Sign language, the voicing is Gideon Minor. Enjoy your night and bye-bye.